afternoon. I'm Leslie with the Plaid Poodle, and this is my normal Wednesday coffee and a card. Thank you for joining me. Um, this is day 3 also of the 12 days of Valentine's. Today, since it's coffee and a card, this is the card we're going to make. We have already made, let me grab the projects. On day 1, we made this cute little banner. I just can't get away from the lovely lipstick balmy blue color combination. I promise I will. And it stands up really cute like that. If you missed it, it's on my Facebook page. And it'll eventually be on my YouTube channel. And then last night, we made this cute little Ferrero Rocher chocolate box. And if you joined me last night, we had a little issue with the pull tab. I did have to go in and tie a knot to keep sturdy that up a little bit. So that was fun, wasn't it? Okay, and so today I'm going with the lovely lipstick and the balmy blue color theme again, but it's a clean and simple little card. Hey Donna, how are you? So it's going to be really quick to make, and it's a happy Valentine's Day, but my inside sentiment I used to the best friend a girl could ever ask for, because you know what? Some of us don't have, I'm fortunate enough to have a love, but some of us don't. And let's remember those people. I was thinking about my mother. My father passed away about, I don't know, 6 years ago. And, you know, she doesn't have that special someone. So think of those people in your life that you'd like to send, send a card to or recognize on Valentine's Day just to make them feel special. Hey, Loopy, how are you? And thanks, Donna. I'm loving the blue and the red, too. I just can't seem to get away from it. And I'm also, again, using the Meant to Be stamp set along with the Be Mine stitched framelits. We're going to use those today. And I threw in the Flourish framelits that are in the annual catalog for this cute little flourish. So let's get started. This is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card. So you're basically going to take an 11-inch, 8.5 by 11 inch piece of paper and cut it in half, and then you'd have 2 card bases. Score it at 5 1/2 to make your card base. And then let's do all of our die cutting at once. This flourish, actually we're going to do, we have to use 2 different plates. I like to use the, of course the name is going to escape me, Precision Base Plate. That's what it's called. I don't know what it is, but it helps when you have very intricate dies like the flourish is. It's got a lot of punchies. So I'm going to take a piece of the 4 1/4 by 4 inch balmy blue just to fit the flourish on there. It's probably a little generous, but better safe than sorry. And then run it through the Big Shot, and I like to, these are a little tougher because of that base plate. I like to run them through a couple of times just because of all that intricacy on there. It just saves me time later. Okay. Then we're going to die cut. We'll punch that out here in a minute, but while I've got my Big Shot on here, we're going to die cut the little heart frame. Now, if you've been making the projects along with me, you have a lot of extra ones and you could use it for this project, but just so I can demonstrate for you, I'm going to cut another one. And these are from the Be Mine Stitch Framelit dies, and it's actually the same scallop frame that I've been using. And this piece of lovely lipstick cardstock is 2.5 by 2.5. And I switched back to my magnetic platform. And that is going to cut out, we'll have a little heart to use later for a project, the little scallop frame that we're going to need for the card. And then we need to cut out the little center of the heart, which this is genius on Stampin' Up's part. When they designed this All My Love DSP, some of the dies cut out the images. They're perfect sized to cut out the images. There's a little die that will cut out the smaller heart, and this one will cut out this little heart that we're going to use in today's card. I love that when they do that. They've been doing that a lot lately. Okay, we can get rid of the big shot now. Get that out of the way. Okay. Here are our pieces, and here's our little flourish. Now this is kind of fragile. I'm going to use my little die brush and get as many out as I can with that. Saves me time later to go back and poke with my paper piercer. Like I said, I want to be very gentle because this paper will tear. So let me use my little paper piercer to help us out a little bit. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so now we have our die cut pieces. Where'd my card base go? Here we go. Now to, what I like to do is stamp first. So if I mess up, I can start all over and I haven't ruined the whole situation. So I am going to take the Happy Valentine's Day stamp, and that is from the Meant to Be stamp set that I showed you. And I'm going to use some Memento Tuxedo Black ink. And this stamp is kind of wonky. I mean, it's not a straight, like the Valentine's is on a little bit of a diagonal. So I'm just going to stamp that right at the bottom there. Cute. And then to glue my little flourish on, I'm going to show you a little tip I do. I use this, I forget what it's called. It's a silicone mat. Yeah, Donna, that little die brush is really nice for those real intricate dies. It kind of helps you get everything out. I use the silicone mat, and then I squirt a little, because this is washable. I can take this to my kitchen sink and just wash it off. I squirt a little bit of glue right in the corner. And this is the back of the die, and I use an old sponge. This is a Stampin' sponge. It's stained, but... And then I just kind of dab over the whole thing. And then we're going to put that right kind of in the middle of the card. Hey Michelle, glad you're here. How's California? We're gonna have snow Sunday. You have to come visit me. Okay, now I'm gonna do the same thing I've done in the last two projects. I can't get away from it. I promise. I'm gonna try and get out of my box, but I just like to pop things up because I popped the heart up a little bit. So to get these to adhere together, I'm going to just use a few dimensionals. And if you've watched my other projects, you know what I'm doing. But and if you haven't watched my projects, they're on my Facebook page. You can just kind of scroll and find them. Day 1 and Day 2. Betty Holton was the winner of Day 1's prize. She won the epoxy hearts and the banner we made. She's so lucky. She wins everything, it seems like. I know Betty. She lives right around the corner from me. Okay. That's probably overkill on the dimensionals. Yeah, Loopy, that is a great tip. And if you don't have one of those silicone mats, I'd love to sell you one, but you can also use wax paper. It just kind of curls and isn't as sturdy. But if you're gonna glue, glue an intricate thing like that down, then I'm gonna put that there. And look, we're almost done. Wow, this is going fast. Now I'm using the All My Love Flirty Flamingo. It's 1/8 inch ribbon. I'm gonna make a double bow. This is in the New Occasions catalog, and it comes as a set with the All My Love Lovely Lipstick ribbon and the Flirty Flamingo 1/8 inch. And so I think I took, because my fingers are so big, I use way more than I need, but if I don't do that, I end up I need a little elf bow tire. I take about 11 inches, so I kind of waste a lot probably, but I just need a lot. So I'm going to just stack that on top of each other and make the bunny ears. Doggone it, see? This is what takes me the longest, and I hate for you guys to have to sit and watch me laboriously try and do these bows every time. So I usually try and make the bow ahead of time, but there we go. That didn't take me too awfully long. You don't need a whole big bow because you don't want it to be overwhelming. And this bow is kind of satiny. It's kind of shiny, so it's kind of, or this ribbon, I'm sorry, kind of adds a little shine to the card. And then I just pull the little bows out and see which side looks the best. I like that one. And let's trim it down before we adhere it. Trim it down a little. No, that's probably good. And then we're going to stick a little glue dot right on the back. Now, since I'm doing my 12 Days of Valentine's early today, I'm not going to do the drawing until 5 o'clock tonight. for last night's video, so you still have time to go watch it and leave a comment. And make sure you've liked my page. And then I put it in there's a software online, I forget what it's called, but I put everybody's name in there, and then it automatically draws a name. So there's still time to get in for last night's drawing. And last night's drawing that I'll draw tonight is a package of the rhinestone jewels. Alrighty, let's see, what happened to the other? Oh, he went way over here. He must have... His tail. What happened? It looked weird. I bet the glue dot kind of got stuck. There we go. Oops. See what I mean? I get kind of obsessed with the bows, and it takes me forever to get it how I like it. There we go. I like both those. We could even have done done a triple bow, but I think the double bow's nice. There we go. The tail's probably a little long. Let's see. How do we do that? And this one maybe. There we go. Okay. Then on the inside, I did the to the best friend. If you're late joining me, I was just kind of mentioning that there are people in our lives, you know, they don't have a honey Valentine. I don't know what you call them. And it'd be nice to send those people in your lives something to recognize them and let them know how much you love them and that there is somebody out there who's thinking of them. So I'm using To the Best Friend a Girl Could Ever Ask For sentiment, and that is also from the Meant to Be stamp set with the Memento ink again. And then I stamped this little heart image from the stamp set, which, if I could find the dies, there is a die that fits that heart exactly if you wanted to cut that out. I just love it when you can cut things out. So I'm going to use that with some lovely lipstick ink just to add a little color to the inside of my card. So pretty. I thought it went really well with the flourish, this heart. It's kind of flourishy. Okay. Let that dry a little bit before I close it. That is the project today. After the last 2 nights that we've had some really long projects, this is kind of flipping up. If you have a toothpick, or I'm just going to use my paper piercer. If you notice that, you know, just take a little toothpick and add just a tiny bit of adhesive. Because you don't want that to tear off because they are pretty fragile. Anyways, thank you ladies so much for tuning in today. Today's drawing will be, since my favorite color is the balmy blue, where did I put it? Sorry, talk amongst yourselves while I try and find it. This is what you can get for free during celebration with a $50 order. You can get all of these rolls of ribbon. And one of them is the balmy blue. It's an organdy ribbon. It's beautiful. So I will do a drawing tomorrow at 5. So that would be Thursday the 10th at 5 p.m. And if you've liked my page and left a comment below, you'll be in the drawing for this roll of the Balmy Blue ribbon. And I will send you the card with it. So share the video with your friends, and thank you so much for joining me, and I just appreciate you guys so much. You all go out there and have a wonderful Wednesday, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.